couple of weeks back, we lost one of the all-time greats in the history of professional wrestling, Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers as a kid. When you think about the WWF in the early to mid 90s, there really was a handful of guys that had that larger than life persona and really stood above the rest of the crowd. And Razor was definitely one of those guys. You think about his, like I said, his persona and his character, his oozing machismo. I mean, that was real. You felt that because the guy was just so damn cool. The gold chains, the theme music, everything about him was just, he was larger than life. And even though he was a bad guy, heel, at the beginning of his career, he was a cool heel, and you wanted to be like him. It didn't matter that he was a bad guy. They called him the bad guy, but it didn't matter because he was, something about him was, you just felt a connection to him. His finishing move, the Razor's Edge, I had never seen anything like that as a kid, and it was just so devastating. It's like, once he got him down and he put his hands over and he finished him off, it was over. No one was kicking out from that move. It was just a great move. I was lucky enough to be in attendance way back in 1993 at a Monday Night Raw taping in New Haven, Connecticut at the New Haven Coliseum when Razor captured his first Intercontinental Championship. And I just remember that crowd coming unglued when he won that title. It was his crowning moment, and we had all been waiting for it, and we were so happy for him. He would go on to WrestleMania 10, the epic ladder match versus Shawn Michaels, still like one of the greatest matches in wrestling history, WrestleMania history, however you want to word it. Great feuds in the WWF with Goldust, Diesel, aka Kevin Nash, and of course, Scott would later head down to WCW and alongside Kevin Nash and the third man, Hollywood Hogan, form the NWO, the New World Order, which, one of the most pivotal moments in wrestling history. You still see the NWO shirts out today, so that just goes to show you, 30 years later, we still are feeling Scott Hall's impact in the wrestling world. So I just wanted to take a few minutes here and just, reminisce on Razor Scott, because I know a lot of our viewers of Throwbacks with the Technodrome grew up in this time frame, and they are going to have very fond memories of Razor Ramon as well. So I want to hear about him. Put them in the comments. Let me know some of your favorite memories of the legendary Razor Ramon.